Hello.
There he is.
How's it going, guys?
Can you hear
What's
us
up?
good?
Good, man. Hey, thanks for taking the time. We appreciate you, man.
Oh yeah, I mean, just I'm excited to do this thing. Like I know that like we're really trying to reach out there, and this is a great way.
That's
awesome.
that's a great start, Patrick, because Michael knows about the German fan base already. You've been here in Frankfurt, right? What was the experience like for you? Because you already mentioned the fan base here.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely a really different experience having to travel all the way to a different country because I've never done that to play football. But everything was super nice, and it's like the terrain and weather was actually similar to like Indiana, like in that seasonal shift, like just like temperature wise. So like it really wasn't a hard adjustment. Like the only thing was like the time change, but fan wise, I mean, the food was great. I actually had Wiener Schnitzel, like if I said that right, like if I said it wrong, I'm sorry.
That's good. That's good.
And so we did that. We had German beer, and we just had like a good time, and we came out with a dub. So yeah, it was a lot of fun.
That's awesome. Now, when you said you never traveled that far to play a game, but you did come across the pond and you've seen Europe before, or was that your first time, period?
So that was my first time in Europe, period. I'd only been out of the country prior to that once, and that was to Costa Rica. So I've never been across the Atlantic Ocean until then.
So let's be honest. When it came up in the schedule release that you guys coming to Germany, were you a little pissed for the long travel, or was it exciting? Because I know some players are always like, oh, God damn it, why do we have to travel this far?
So the only thing that I didn't like is we had a LA game that I had circled for like the past 3 years because that would have been the first time that I got to play back home. So I haven't been able to play. And then they crossed out that game and then put us in Germany. So I was kind of bummed, but obviously having the opportunity to go play like in Germany like is awesome because I never thought that football would take me there. And it was just a great experience, and being in there, the fans were electric like all game. Like, I mean, like it would be like timeout and they're going crazy. Like, so they were just electric the whole time.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. Now, it's interesting, you know, in preparation for this interview for our podcast here, you know, I did some research and found out some interesting things about you that you and your wife, you bought a ranch and you got chicken, you got cows, you got horses, I mean, goats, you got the whole 9 yards. Where did that come from? Because you grew up in Southern Cal. Are you big city boy or more a country guy?
I'd probably say I'm more of a country guy. I mean, in everything like that I do. So my wife has always had horses since she was 3. And I've always been into like outdoors and land and doing outdoor stuff, whether it's hunting, fishing, or just like being like outside. So we kind of combined those two of her owning horses and me being an outdoorsman, and we bought some land, and now we have a whole bunch of animals. We got alpacas, we got goats, chickens, we have an emu, cows, horses. We have 3 dogs.
Wait, this is a full-time job though to take care of these animals, right? I mean,
looks like
it. So every single morning before I come in, I take care of all of those, like all of my morning chores, which is really just feeding, mucking stalls. And that's really the only thing that I got to do like in the morning. Sometimes I do water changes, but mostly I do that during my evening session. But it's really not that hard. I mean, I wake up early and I get out there and I have fun doing it. So
is that I feel is that maybe also like a great escape from the whole professional football NFL stuff? In this moment, can you like, I guess, block out everything else? Or
absolutely. Yeah. I mean, usually when I get out there, it's like the sun is coming up, so I get a nice sunrise, and I'm just kind of feeding all of my animals and spending time with them and just going about my daily routine. So
this sounds like I want to farm too now, man. You make it attractive.
Yeah, well,
I mean, like it's like definitely great.
Yeah, so. Because I watched the video. It was your last video, and it looked like in the middle of the night, and then you got a little goat called Purple or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that was funny. The difference between, everybody sees the flashy NFL pro, you're a big time receiver, and then you see somebody in like an overall, all full of dirt with goats and chicken and all that sort of stuff. Did your dad play a role in that? Because you said you're an outdoor guy. Your dad, for the people that don't know, your father, Michael Pittman Sr., was a beast of a running back. He's my age. I remember him. For whatever reason, you can tell I don't look I don't even look close to your dad, but mistakenly somebody thought I was your dad in '03 when he won the Super Bowl. Somebody said, "Is that Michael Pittman?" And but your dad was a beast because I'm that thin, and your dad was a beast. Was he an outdoor guy too? And what kind of an influence did he have on you actually, then, not only on a private side, being an outdoor guy maybe, but also in your football career? What kind of impact did he have on you?
Absolutely. He's not much of an outdoorsman. Now, he likes to enjoy it sometimes, but mostly when I make him get outside. Like, he has some fun, but he usually won't do it unless it's with me. So that really comes from my grandfather. He was a big outdoorsman back in Northern California before he moved more south. And then back to the football side, I mean, football-wise, I mean, my dad pretty much taught me everything that I know, like, and it's not so much the whole physical aspect, because, like, I always had that. Like, he taught me the mental aspect, like, of the game and how to have those conversations, like, with coaches and those, like, interactions and almost like the game within the game, if that makes sense.
No, it makes totally sense, because one of our questions is, Michael, in your 4 years with the Indianapolis Colts, if we count it right, you had 7 quarterbacks throwing the ball to you, and you still managed to have 2 1,000-yard seasons, and one, you fell short of it, but still great. So looking at this, right, and it's like, holy shit. I mean, how did he still produce these type of numbers? And I'm sure during that time span, you had to be thinking like, man, I need to build a connection. I need to, produce, have a quarterback, because we always talk about the relationship with the quarterback, right? Let's be honest, man. What you were thinking during all this time having these quarterbacks?
Yeah, I mean, it's been fun. I've had the good fortune of the Colts have always been able to bring in really good players. Like, it's not like we're just grabbing random guys like off of the street. So like, I've been fortunate there, but I mean, there is a little sense there that I want that long-term guy that we have now. Anthony is going to be our quarterback for the future. So we have that locked in, and I'm just excited to build off of that.
Well, I mean, speaking of your quarterback, you guys had you had a mini camp already, right? Or OTAs?
So we just started phase 1. We're on day 3 of phase 1. So we just got in Monday.
You feel like you got that connection right off the bat again with Anthony?
Oh yeah, I mean it's something that we have to build. I mean, because connection develops over years. Like, it just doesn't happen in 1 year, maybe not even 2 years. But like, to get that Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams connection to where you could just go out there, like, you don't even have to say anything, like, you just know what's going down. I think that takes years, and we're gonna develop that like as time goes on.
But in a short period of time, I mean, Anthony, I feel like showed a lot of potential. That's why I think everybody's excited. What are you excited about having him now as a quarterback, hopefully healthy the whole football season, right? But what do you think can happen with this duo right here, Anthony and Michael Pittman?
I think that he's dangerous, like, in every way. With his legs, with his arm, there's just so much that he can do, and I really don't think there's anything that he can't do. I think that our RPO game is going to be one of the best. I think as he gets more time out there with the live reps, I think his passing is going to I think people are going to be shocked. Right now, people see him more as a guy who runs the ball, but I think that he could be a very, very good passer. And I'm excited for him to show that. And, I mean, really, the sky is the limit for him, because we got a small glimpse, and he has matured since then, and he's got to sit behind Gardner and kind of watch his whole first season. So I think that he's learned a lot in that time that he had to basically just watch. I think that he took that seriously, and I think that he's hungry, and I think he's ready. So we'll get to see it here in what is it, like 4 months, something like that.
Something like that.
That's awesome. So what are some of your long-term goals in your career that you have, knowing that hopefully now you have the quarterback on your side, that you can build a relationship? Where do you see yourself in 5 years from now? Because you were heading into your 5th year already. It's crazy. We covered the draft on TV too, and it doesn't feel like you've been in the NFL for 4 seasons already. It doesn't feel that way. It goes fast, So where do you see yourself, long term? What are some of the goals that you have?
Absolutely. I mean, it goes by so fast. Like, I was just talking to somebody that I feel like I'm still that like young guy, but now I'm going into year 5. I guess I'm a middle-aged man, like in terms of football age. But in 5 years, hopefully a Super Bowl champion. They're very difficult to win, especially like in this league. So hopefully I can scrape one that we can do some very good things, and hopefully start making some Pro Bowls and like some All Pros for like my individual accomplishments. But really just keep showing up, just keep on being the same guy every single day, and everything kind of takes care of itself. So
you just talked about it. You feel like you're still a young guy, and obviously being in the locker room myself back in the day, playing on a rookie year, and now you got that big contract. How's this last 3 days changing maybe your approach about being a leader now? Because, in the locker room, Michael Pittman ain't on his rookie deal anymore. You're the big paid player now. You're the superstar, in offense. I feel like, did you think about it? Are you changing your approach in the leadership role? Is there anything you told yourself you're going to do?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's changed in the way that I prepare. I have a lot more resources to spend on like recovery and like modalities and stuff like that I think will help me stay healthier. I'm always looking for a bigger role in terms of like leadership. So anywhere that I can step in, I'm always trying to jump into that. But not a lot has changed because like obviously it's nice to be kind of like, I don't want to say it this way because like I don't want it to come off wrong, but it's I've been blessed financially recently, and like the money is like really nice, but I don't do it for money. I do it more for the respect and just kind of wanting to be known as one of the best like at what I do.
But the money's still nice.
Oh yeah, no, and I don't want to discredit that, and I am incredibly
it comes
blessed
with the respect, right?
But I would be doing this like if we didn't get paid that much. So
I'm saying.
Now, then you talked about taking a bigger role in regards to responsibility. Then let me ask you this: what would you tell the young Michael Pittman Jr., the senior in high school, 83 catches, 1,990 yards? I mean, you had a crazy senior year in high school. What advice would you give a young Michael Pittman now that you're the middle-aged guy, and not only yourself as a younger Michael, but also any young athlete that has aspirations of actually becoming a superstar like you in the NFL?
I would first tell him that the most important thing is consistency. Because anybody can come out and have a really good day once, right? You have to come back the same guy every single day. And the second thing would be is you have to stay in control of your emotions, whether it's on the field, whether it's off the field, because you can see a lot of guys who are very talented guys, like they just get lost in like just in the situation, and then for whatever reason something bad happens, and then one of the most talented guys that just kind of fades away because of that situation. So that one, and then the last thing is just like work hard, like just give everything 110%, because you'll never disservice yourself by giving it your 100% all, because even if it didn't work out, like you can say that, hey, like I did everything that I possibly could.
I do have one last question, Patrick and Michael.
Yes.
Draft is coming up. What do you want to see from the Colts in the first round with the 15th pick? What position should they address if Michael Pittman Jr. is the GM, if he's Chris Ballard?
That's a tough one.
Question.
That is a very tough one, and it's a good thing that I am not the GM, because I honestly have no idea. So whoever can make our team better is who I hope that Chris picks. So
that's the professional answer.
We appreciate you, Michael, man. Hey.
Yes, thanks for taking the time. We really appreciate you coming into this little conversation. I think the German fans, the German fan base, is really going to appreciate you hopping on this call. We are obviously very honored and blessed to have you here. So thanks again. Looking forward to seeing you. And maybe, who knows, maybe we're going to come over there.
Maybe.
Jan Werner is a former Colts legend.
Yes, that's right. First round pick, right?
Ever. He's the GOAT over here.
Michael, important though, I know that the Colts and the German account have a signed jersey from you. They sent it over. And there's going to be a giveaway with your jersey. So don't be surprised if there's a lot of Germans sliding around in the DMs or whatever, maybe. They're trying to get your signed jersy. So,
yeah, that's awesome.
No, I appreciate it, Michael, man. Have a good OTA, man.
Have a great season.
You too. Thank you guys again. Bye.